They've been for about 5 years. When the track got tore up them bridges.
Yeah.
I was just too far, cost too much.
Yeah.
Trying to work on stuff and then trying to go all the way to Jacksonville or Kingston. Trying to keep it all covered up. Yeah. Ran upstairs and decided he wanted to take took a lot.
I hear you. All right, my man.
Then we get you to there and I'll pump them up.
All right.
It is below now.
Yeah. Is that your property over there too, Sonny? You own all that over there?
No, that's my brother over there. He got a house in Raptor Hut. He flooded it out. He maybe tearing everything down and do something else. He actually gave that to his daughter.
You got any old cars in there?
No, he don't mess with them.
You don't mess with them? Only you, huh? Dying trade, man.
Oh, not here? He'll mess with more if I put it to jail.
Yeah.
Like how he wants to hit in and then he don't.
Well, make sure you show me your Trans Am that I heard you had before I leave.
Oh, barber. You see it.
Yeah, NFS,
Okay.
not for sale.
I got to get back to it.
There's one in a 68 in Maysville behind this woman's house. It's a 4-speed car. And she didn't own it though. She said her landlord owned it. And I left her a car to see if it was roasted though, you know. But it's still a 4-speed 68, you know. But it was probably sitting there 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got to put a, I'm letting mine just sit. Too lazy to put cam and lifters in. But that was my intention to go back and stop. You know, I was going to take the stock 455 out of that. Then I got the truck and put back in. Update the front end on it. Taking it? Got there?
Yeah, it's going slow. I need to let this thing pump up a little bit. I got the same kind of little air compressor. It takes forever.
Yeah, what? Go ahead, I'll
Saucy road, man. That was easy.
don't forget now, it's long. You gotta make wide turns with it.
All right, man. You ready? All right, get out. How we flick it off. Let's step on the black one. So we got the 34 old rail car from my buddy Sonny, and they said he was racing it probably, well, he said he was racing it in about probably the late 90s, I want to say. But another one of those stories where, you know, these old timers are just getting old now and they just can't keep up with these kind of cars anymore. So got pushed in a lean-to, and that was the end of it. And we were able to, you know, my son and I were able to rescue it, and we're super excited. So we'll see if we can't get it running. Needs a lot of work, and maybe I could get it to pop off, but that is bad. How often you get the opportunity to rescue something like that? Not often. Later. Alright guys, let's do an update video. So day 2, got a little bit accomplished today. Kind of just cleaned up the wiring on this thing. I had wires going everywhere like usual, even on an old vintage rail dragster is the same as my cars that I yank out all the time. Wires just for days, and it just drives me absolutely bonkers when it's not cleaned up. So just kind of cleaned up a little bit of wiring. Let's see, I reran the external oil filter lines. Those were pretty cracked and just needed to be changed. The oil filter, pulled that off. That thing was a beast. I had to start beating it with a hammer to get it to turn off, just because it's been on for so long. And then on this side, let's see, I had to get a new one of those little rat rod tanks. I tried to braze up the pinholes that were in it, and then I just kept blowing holes. It was just so thin and corroded underneath. I even had my buddy James come over, and he was having a problem with it too. So I ended up just ordering a new one. It was like 130 bucks. It kind of sucks. I kind of wanted to keep that one, but I couldn't do nothing with it. I mean, the only thing I could really do with it is like start siliconing holes up at that point. So that's not a big deal though. We can still get it, try to get it fired up without that, of course. I just dump gas right down the carb, see what she does. And other than that, guys, I got the shifter freed up so it's in park. And let me say what else I have to do that's on the list, and this list is in my mind, it's not written down. I need to do like roadkill, guys, and put a cardboard box up and just start marking stuff off. But what I do, like I said, I was going to start from the back and just work my way to the front. Well, I say this in all my videos, things just start domino effecting. My intentions are good to start somewhere in the back. Then when I trace up to the front, that leads into something else, and then I branch off like a freaking tree branch, man, and it goes into other things. But I try to do the best I can to take it in sections, like I was telling you in the beginning. But other than that, let's see. What I have to do. Sorry guys, I'm brick walling here. Valve cover gaskets. I got to go back up to Advanced Auto for like my 10th time today and get valve cover gaskets. I'll slam them on. I'll put the plugs back in, put the wires back on. I'm not even gonna get new wires for it or anything right now. I'm just gonna see if she fires. We already talked about the gas line. Just gonna dump gas down the carb. Had a little external motor here to run the water pump, and that's frozen, so I had to get one of those. Still ain't gonna hinder us from starting. That's fine. I just gotta be careful about heating her up, but it should still be okay. And valve cover gasket on this side, plugs on this side, wires. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. And I started figuring out some of these switches. This one's coil. This one, I don't know what the heck it does. I haven't really figured out what it's doing. This was the nitrous button right here, so we got that going. And then this goes to the starter relay and the fan. So that should be about it. I got the gas pedal freed up, and the only thing that I haven't even messed with yet is I gotta start figuring out the back brakes on this thing. So I know I'm gonna have to get a new master cylinder. That's always the first things that start freezing up. And I'll probably have to get some wheel cylinders, but I'll pull these wheels and see what they look like. Sometimes I can luck out, and then wheel cylinders will still be okay. I know that Cornet 500 was like that. Wheel cylinders freaking were fine in it, but who knows? All right, that's the update. Man, I was hoping today I could start trying to pop her off, but I think it's gonna be tomorrow. All right, guys, later. All right, guys, got one side on. I hate these wires, how they just hang and drives me nuts. Anyway, but that's all right, because it's just for fire up. And I'm gonna change them, and then I'll make them look real pretty and keep them tucked in the side and all that. I wanted to show you. So my buddy James, we were talking about in my last video. This little like rat rod tank. we were I was trying to fix pinholes with it, and I was trying to braze up the pinholes, and I couldn't get my temperatures right. And I would start doing a good job, and then it wasn't like filling the hole, and then I'd feel like it filled the hole good. I'd go out and fill it up with water, and then it was leaking again. I tried it about 3 or 4 times. I just couldn't get it right. James came over. He tried doing the same thing I was telling you yesterday. He wasn't having no luck with it. We started kind of realizing that the tank was just thin, it's corroded on the bottom, so no big deal. I went and bought one actually, but he took it with him, and I didn't think he was gonna pull through like as good as it came out. I thought it was trash. And he went and patched it up at his little machine shop that he knows. Man, and it turned out so good. The patches came out perfect. The welds came out beautiful. And I really want to thank him for doing that for me. That really helps me out. And I was able to keep the the nostalgia of the original tank that they put in, back in the day. So awesome job, man. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. It's gonna work great. Man, I'm digging on these gaskets. So Amber, she always hooks me up at Advanced Auto. Shout out to her and her team over there. I know I always come in there with some crazy things with these old vintage cars. But these gaskets, man, this is the first time I ever had it set. They're just your average cork, but they got like the little circle rings in there for the bolts to go right through. I never had a set like that before. That's nice. It makes it easier because they always want to move around when you put your valve cover back on, and these are just nice. They kind of line up really easy, so appreciate it. Thanks, Amber. Yeah, let's just go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and run the fuel line next, see how good that goes. And other than that, guys, I think that's about it, man, that I know. And we'll start cranking on her, see what the frick she's gonna do.
All the stuff behind, but I don't think we should try. Yes, I'm tortured. Drop dead for me. Won't be just drop dead.
No brakes, baby. The tire was freaking, or the brake was locked up in it.